Welcome back, my nieces and nephews, to another episode of Fun Uncle. And in today's episode, I will be going through my top 5 NFT projects for 2022 based on Google searches. Coming in at number 5 with 3,900 monthly searches is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. The Bored Ape Yacht Club is billed as an exclusive society or social organization, and owning one of the coveted NFTs unlocks that membership. It earns users access to an exclusive Discord server where fellow owners, including celebrities, hang out and chat. More importantly, owning a Bored Ape NFT earns you access to additional NFT collectibles, which can then be resold for potentially considerable amounts of cashola. It's almost like paying a one-time fee for an ongoing subscription plan for NFTs and perks. And number 4, with 10,000 monthly searches, is Artblocks. Artblocks is a first-of-its-kind platform focused on genuinely programmable, on-demand, generative content. You pick a style that you like, pay for the work, and a randomly generated version of the content is created by an algorithm and sent to your Ethereum account. The resulting piece might be a static image, 3D model, or an interactive experience. Each output is different, and there are endless possibilities for the types of content that can be created on this platform. And coming in at number 3 with 42,000 monthly searches is CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks are the OG Ethereum NFT, commonly credited with starting the 2021 NFT craze, having been one of the first crypto art collections to hit the blockchain market back in 2017. The collection has the second highest all-time value with $1.6 billion. Owning a CryptoPunk has become a digital flex, as only a handful of people have them or can afford to buy them. Ultimately, as time passes by, the value of this collection is likely to increase. With a staggering 396,000 monthly searches, our number 2 spot is NBA Top Shot. NBA Top Shot is a revolutionary new experience in which jaw-dropping plays and unforgettable highlights become collectibles that you can own forever in NFT form. The collection consists of NBA highlights that are labeled as digital moments, where owners have access to specific, exclusive NBA footage that operate like trading cards. NBA Top Shot has a total of 473,000 traders, resulting in an all-time high value of $726 million. Talk about a slam dunk. And with an earth-shattering, jaw-dropping 760,000 monthly searches, our number 1 spot goes to Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity is a Pokemon-esque monster battling online video game where players pit teams of cute monsters called Axies against each other in turn-based battles, either against computer-controlled Axie teams or live opponents over the internet. Players who invest several hours a day can earn anywhere between $8 to $40 a day, depending on their Axies, powers, and incentives during gameplay. Needing a team of 3 Axies to start playing, most players break even on their initial investment within 2 months. As a result, many players have turned to it as a second job, using their in-game tokens to fund their rent and other expenses. So that is it, my top 5 NFT picks for 2022 based on Google searches. The standout winner was, of course, Axie Infinity. Its popularity is based off its play-to-earn mechanics, where you can literally get paid for owning and utilizing your NFTs. And also they paired it with a really fun game too. So it's got all kinds of attractive utilities that bring in a larger community. And the other standout was the NBA Top Shots. That one's really cool because you get to actually own exclusive NBA footage, the coveted NBA footage that they have under lock and key in a vault. They have actually opened up and they're letting you, an end user, own that piece as a collectible NFT. I think that's really cool as well. I think that has some serious longevity to it. That will gain in value just like we've seen with those collectible NBA cards and MLB cards throughout the years. So that's my top 5 picks for NFTs in 2022. We got a real doozy in NFT news today, as these are all the major NFT projects being turned into movies. Snoop Dogg launches custom NFT collection in the sandbox. High-profile athletes are spending huge amounts of money on NFTs. Basketball's Meta World Peace drops Solana NFT sneaker collection. Limited edition NFT collection for Ukraine relief. And Microsoft's Minecraft goes Web3 with NFT worlds on Polygon. And our first piece of NFT news is all about projects being turned into movies. And if you guys know this about me, I'm a big movie guy. I love films. I love making films. I love watching films. And so, of course, I'm going to start with this article first. It's all about NFT projects being turned into movies. There's World of Women. They've got a coup. Huxley's on the list. If you guys didn't check out that interview on Art Start Now, check it out in our videos. Last week, the Art Start Now crew interviewed Ben Murrow, the creator and artist behind Huxley. That movie is already in progress. They even have a trailer out for it. We have CryptoPunks. I think that one's probably going to happen. There's so much money circulating around in those NFTs that, yeah, that one's going to be turned into a movie for sure. And there's Bored Ape Yacht Club. And this one, I'm pretty sure, has a TV show about it already. So a movie, not that far-fetched, especially when you consider how many celebrities also own Bored Apes and CryptoPunks for that matter. So I think just with the star power alone, they can call a couple friends and get a movie going out of these two. But Huxley, that's already in progress, and you got to check out the Art Start Now interview. We had Ben Murrow on the network. You're going to want to check out that interview. And that's going to be a movie, and they're selling out like crazy. So I'm just excited that these NFT projects are getting so big that they are being turned into movies. Let's go to the cinema. Get the popcorn out, guys. I love it. The next ones are all about celebrities who are getting into NFTs. They see the value add there, and Snoop Dogg is leading the charge. He has been a force to be reckoned with in the NFT space. He's got all that land in the sandbox, coming out with his own sandbox game. Here he is with his own custom NFT collection, and he purchased Death Row Records, and he wants to turn that into an NFT audio studio. So the man gets it. You know, someone's either whispering in his ear or he had an aha moment, because he's going super Sam Ham sandwich on NFTs, and it's really exciting, and it's making the whole market that much bigger as a result. We've got high-profile athletes are spending huge amount of NFTs. Here's why. I'll save you some time. Don't worry, my nieces and nephews. It's because they get to interact with their fans. For one, these athletes get donations by way of the asset exchange that helps them, fuel their passion and continue doing the athletics that they love to do. And then simultaneously, the fans get these individualized one-on-one experiences, which even includes interactive 360 cameras in the metaverse. That's pretty cool stuff. I think that's definitely a win-win situation where both the fans are getting a really cool exclusive piece of content with someone they admire. Simultaneously, the athlete gets support early on from their fans so they can keep doing what they're passionate about. This is life finding a way, and it's very beautiful, and then folds back into our whole big athletes and celebrities are getting into it. Most notably, in our next one is Meta World Peace is launching his own NFT sneaker collection on Solana. So again, we've got high profile athletes are getting into it. Snoop Dogg is getting into it. Meta World Peace is getting into it. And whenever you have a big celebrity like this who is repping, promoting, advertising, and marketing it just with his face alone, that's a project that's going to do extraordinarily well. So I would just keep your eye out for what he's working on. Same with Snoop Dogg. And if you see any athletes at the Olympics throwing around NFTs, you might want to get those before they hit the gold, because then you'll hit the gold, if you know what I'm saying. Our next article after that is limited edition NFT collection for Ukraine relief. This is super cool because it's on one hand, Ukraine and its citizens are getting financial donations when they need it the most. That priority number one, that is amazing that we can just instantly just send them assets that then they can use to live, continue to sustain their lives. And what's beautiful about it, on the financial side of things is, we don't need these big banks to be open and their servers running for citizens at an individual level to transact with each other. thank God for blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs, because these Ukraine citizens in a war-torn country can thrive thanks to cryptocurrencies. So I think this is freaking awesome. Twofold. We're helping out the Ukrainians. We're also growing the asset value. And for those Ukrainians who hold this asset, now they are making more money in continuing to hold that asset. It's the network effect of things. The more people who have it, the greater it's worth. And so it's just a win-win all around when we're able to, help these citizens out. This is horrible that this is happening. I don't want to lose sight of that. But maybe this is like the glass is half full kind of thing. The light at the end of the tunnel is that NFTs and cryptocurrencies are benefiting from this truly horrible thing that's going on right now that I hate to gloss over it like this, but it's just, it seems like one of those, unavoidable things that we just need to keep our heads up about. And there will be better days ahead of us as far as this Ukraine system is concerned. Maybe on a lighter note, I'll end us on a higher note after bringing us down like that. I'm so sorry, guys, by talking about Minecraft goes Web3 with NFT worlds on Polygon. I love it. I wanted to end on this one because it's so freaking dope. I love Minecraft. I could be crafting and building in Minecraft for eons, honestly, and I probably already have at this point. And it's so cool that I can now have NFTs and buy additional items for my Minecraft experience using this World ERC token. So my items, my armor, maybe even my structures that I build can be turned into NFTs, and I can use my tokens within the world. Talk about a double bonus. I already love playing the game, and so now I can get some tokenomics and NFTs in the mix as well. So this is super dope. And that wraps up my NFT news. Our crypto news is chock full of tasty morsels as El Salvador's president's $1 billion bet on Bitcoin. Polygon announces groundbreaking milestone in Swiss City. First mover as Fed hikes could drive Bitcoin adoption in emerging markets. JP Morgan is bullish on crypto as the ruble fights for survival. Genesis Digital plans a 100% clean energy mining facility in Sweden. 4 out of 6. Ethereum on-chain and exchange indicators turn bullish. Is a full-blown crypto rally imminent? I think so. And historically accurate Bitcoin signal is now flashing bullish. Our first news article is all about El Salvador's president buying $1 billion in Bitcoin. He said what he's going to do is borrow $1 billion from the treasury to stock up on Bitcoin during this dip. This is massive news because it's not just retail investors. It's not just institutions buying this dip. It's full-blown countries that are buying this Bitcoin dip right now. And they're not throwing some just penny farthings this way. They're throwing $1 billion. Imagine if every country through $1 billion of Bitcoin right now. And the United States has big, deep pockets. It could be printing some money and buying some Bitcoin right now. So thank you, El Salvador, for leading the charge, for buying this dip, for giving more people like myself faith during dark red days like this. So thank you. El Salvador's president is buying the dip. This is massive news for Bitcoin, my guys. Polygon announces groundbreaking milestone as Swiss city adopts crypto. Switzerland's largest city has declared Bitcoin and Tether USDT as de facto legal tender. So no longer do we have to hide money from our ex-wives using cash in Swiss banks. No longer do we have to hide money that way. We can hide money from our ex-wives using Bitcoin and USDT in our Swiss bank accounts. So thank you, Switzerland, for doing God's work. Not all heroes wear capes. So Switzerland, you have been the backbone of this country for many years, your banking system. God bless you, Swiss banks. First mover Americans. Fed hikes could drive Bitcoin adoption in emerging markets. Well, what they mean by this is whenever inflation takes place, cryptocurrencies and stable coins are good alternatives during depreciation. So as our cash starts to lose value, assets are a better store of money. You would not want to keep your cash in a bank where it's losing, some estimates are up to 20% per year in its value. You want that cash sitting in assets that appreciate value year over year, Bitcoin being one of those. And so if the Fed continues to hike rates, which they definitely 100% are, we just don't know when and how much they're going to be for, that will cause Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to increase in value. And that's great news for emerging markets, third world countries. If they put their money in assets like Venezuela, they will do better. They will fight inflation, a problem that even us Americans have to fight with. But Venezuela has it pretty bad, as their currency is just like up 1,000,000% or something like that. It's absolutely insane what's happening to Venezuela. So thankfully, crypto might help dig them out of that hole. Our next article, JP Morgan bullish on crypto as the ruble fights for survival. I don't know if you guys know about this, but there is a war going on as Russia is invaded Ukraine, and they're very thick-headed about it, honestly. Let's not get too much into the war here, but the real truth about this article is that the ruble is now down 40%. The Russian stock market is down 40+%. It's so bad that the Russian government has closed the stock market because they fear if they open it, it will see additional losses. So whenever you have a massive country like Russia that has an army and oil reserves and 100+ million people live in it, when their assets are falling, yet cryptocurrency, this decentralized funny money some people like to make fun of, when it's doing all right, I mean, it's not down 40%. I mean, it's down, but it's not down 40% like the Russian ruble. That is great news for Bitcoin. It makes Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies look really good. So again, another one of those glass half full, light at the end of the tunnel, like there's a war going on. It's really, really horrible. But thank you, Russia, for being so thick-headed, because you're making Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies look good. Next article is Genesis Digital plans a 100% clean energy mining center in Sweden. This is massive. This is great news, because one of the largest pieces of negative press that Bitcoin gets all the time is about how it's an energy hog. It requires a lot of energy to mine, which in turn translates into a larger carbon footprint, which accelerates global warming. Horrible. That's not good news. That's really bad for Bitcoin. Actually, when that first news started to come out last year, it caused the markets to tank, because yeah, it's true. That is a problem they have to deal with. And thank you, Genesis Digital, for having a 100% clean energy mining center. I hope this is one of many that come this year that help clean the stigma off of Bitcoin and take us into a brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable future as far as mining is concerned. So thank you, Genesis Digital. Thank you. Thank you. 4 out of 6 Ethereum on-chain and exchange indicators turn bullish. The majority of orders on the market are bids. And look at this one right here. Mostly bullish summary taking place. This is awesome news, guys. So I know things are down right now, but this is probably not financial advice, a good opportunity to buy the dip. We might see a spring in the short term. Some short-term profit might be on your horizon. Not financial advice, but 4 out of 6 Ethereum on-chain and exchange indicators turn bullish. I love it. Is a full-blown crypto rally imminent? I love the trend theme in these news articles. This is pretty cool. I like to believe there is, not financial advice, a full-blown crypto rally that is imminent. Crypto markets are currently mirroring March of 2020. I don't know if you guys remember what happened after March 2020. Prices went to new all-time highs after March of 2020. We saw highs as we went from $3,000 per Bitcoin to $69,000 per Bitcoin in less than 2 years after March of 2020. So if this is true, I don't want to hype everyone up and put your hopes really, really high, but I do love the optimism and the trend going on. And last but not least, this historically accurate Bitcoin signal is now flashing, according to top crypto analyst. What he's saying is that whenever Bitcoin is below the green line, that's usually a time or an indicator that price is oversold, and it's a great time to get bullish on Bitcoin. So there it is, dancing. It's very thin. You could hardly even see it, but it is dancing below the green line. And let's go back. It dipped below, it went up. It dipped below the green line, going up. Dip below the green line. Well, you better believe it went all the way up over here. That's pretty nice, that one right there. So here's hoping that this indicator, it's been historically accurate so far, is right, and we are about to see one heck of a rally. And look, even back here, I didn't notice that one before. It dipped below the green and did a serious 1-2 punch up here to, I think, new all-time highs is what happened. That was a 69,000 there. So more of the same might be happening, and at the end of the day, sentiment really boils down to a bunch of people sitting in rooms looking at charts like this saying buy or sell. And so if we have enough of those shape-shifting lizards screaming buy at the top of their lungs because the indicators are doing this, then pretty cool. I like that. And that's the wrap of the Bitcoin news I have for you guys today. And now it's time for my favorite segment, the LADZ City Lounge, where you get to kick it with me, your neighborhood fun uncle, deep in the heart of LADZ City. We are in the meat and potatoes of this cyberpunk future Web3 metaverse we call LADZ City. And we're just chilling in the lounge, kicking it. No subjects off limits with your fun uncle. You are sipping on some wine, some gin and juice, smoking your joints, kicking it real good here in the LADZ City Lounge. And before I dive into the content for the lounge, I had this story that I wanted to share with you guys. I was talking to a friend of mine who's against cryptocurrencies. He's anti-crypto and NFTs. And his reason for it is because he believes that a majority of cryptocurrency transactions are used for nefarious things. He said most transactions are used for drugs, funding terrorism, human trafficking. He said, sure, there might be some good things that are happening, but a majority of them are bad things. And I said, okay, well, I disagree with you, but for a second, let's go down that narrative for a second that it's mostly bad. I want you to not lose sight of the technology that's behind Bitcoin and how powerful that could be. For example, in an analogy I used with him, during World War II, the V-2 rocket was used to kill people during the war. And it was not something you wanted to believe in or root for. However, the technology behind the V-2 rocket took us to the moon and pushed the human species forward. And so although Bitcoin might be in its V2 phase right now, where it's causing more damage than good, do not lose track of the technology. It could soon take us to the moon. You like what I did there with that analogy? I came up with it on the spot as I was talking to him, and I was like, this is pretty good. I have to share this with my lads. I didn't know where else to put it, so I was like, I'll squeeze it in the LADZ City Lounge section before I dive into things. But I want to share that with you. If you ever have any people in your life that are anti-crypto, use my V2 analogy with them. It flipped my friend. He definitely had to, have some come to Jesus meditative moments after I dropped that nugget into his brain. But now, without further ado, let me dive into the lounge segment where I take this opportunity to hype up the community that has been so good to me over the years, has helped me build this brand, and this show has been my audience since day one. And so I want to take this opportunity to hype you guys up. If you're watching this show, you of course know about the YouTube page. You're going to want to subscribe to this, turn on the bell notifications, because we have alpha being dropped every single day about NFTs and NFT news. So if you are an NFT fanatic, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel and hear more about the content we are dropping on the regular. Two shows I want to hype up are the NFT Live show with the Godfather himself, Nifty Q, and one of our producers, now turned co-host, Tigbo, is running the ship over here at NFT Live, the show that happens every single Friday. It's like the ESPN/Barstool Stool Sports for all things NFT, where they're interviewing NFT founders, getting that alpha fresh off the press, and it is a live show. You can interact with them in the chat while they are broadcasting. Super cool show, one of our flagships here. I had to hype it up. I haven't talked about them regularly because it's our biggest show, but I want to work them in here, make sure everyone's driving traffic to this great piece of content. Really the flagship, the tent pole that is keeping roofs over our heads here in LADZ City. And then the other one I wanted to hype up was Music Mondays with Lucy Rhymes. We've got Nicole and Natalie and Jared. So there's Natalie, there's Jared. They were interviewing Black Dave last Monday, and we have a new episode of Music Mondays on Mondays, every Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss it. Lucy Rhymes' energy is freaking contagious. He's so fun, high energy. He works raps into his conversation. And the show and the dynamics between all these characters is super fun. You're gonna wanna check it out. But the real tasty morsel that I have to hype up in this segment every single week is the Discord. I know that you subscribing is a great move, following us on Twitter, that's a great move, but the Discord is a diamond level brain move. You're gonna wanna be in the Discord. We're dropping alpha fresh out the press, answering questions, interacting with the fans in real time. We got 3,000 members, 600 on right now, and this is just the main chat. We have so many other chats going on here. One of the flagships is the LADZ Insider, where our incredible mod, Hash Rhymes, is dropping alpha constantly. I mean, this alone is a reason to join the Discord. Look at this. This is not just one or two links. These are dozens of links curated into sections. Hash Rhymes, you are the best mod in the world. She will not agree with me, but I will shout it from the mountaintops. Hash Rhymes is the best mod in the business. Thank you so much for the hard work you put into the Discord on a regular basis. Speaking of hard work being put into the Discord on a regular basis, one of the things I like to do every single week is I comb through the Discord to see who is contributing the most to build a better mousetrap here in the Discord. Who's dropping alpha, who's answering questions, who's encouraging people in and out the chats on a regular basis. And I like to pick that winner. I like to give them a little shout out on the show, and I'll airdrop them some tokens in the Discord. And this week's winner is no other than Desh22. Is it Desh? Deck-22, you are our lad of the week. It was a no-brainer, man. I was going through and you were everywhere. It wasn't just in the main chat. It wasn't just in the NFT chat. It wasn't just in the gaming chat. You were all over the place, dropping alpha, giving answers to questions, being encouraging, helping us build a better LADZ City on the regular. So thank you, man. Thank you. No good deed has gone unnoticed, I think is the best way to say it. So I want to hype you up for doing you. Thank you. Keep doing that. And for those of you who want to win the Lad of the Week, all you have to do is be like my main man, Desh. Be in and out of the chats on a regular basis, dropping alpha, encouraging people, not just another one of those spam bots saying hi, hello, OVOT. Give us some more. Give us some more juicy morsels other than that, and I will give you my coveted Lad of the Week award. Well, that's the whole satchel of enchiladas, my nieces and nephews. Thank you again for watching this episode of Fun Uncle. If you could do me a favor, smash the like, the subscribe, tell me what you think of the content down in the comments below, and keep your ear to the ground for the massive things taking place at Hard Fork Gaming Guild in 2022. Last but not least, I gotta touch on my NFT project. I don't know if you remember, I have 200 unique tropical themed NFTs available on the OpenSea marketplace right now. Well, I have launched my 5th and final riddle. It is now live. For those of you who don't know, all you have to do is buy one of my NFTs, go into the unlockable content. You will find a path to one of my riddles. First one to solve it and email me the answer, and bam, I will send you $100 in Ethereum. And I've got 2 of these NFT riddles live right now. So if you think you have what it takes to crack one of my riddles, head on over to OpenSea today. First one to email me the answer. It's a no-brainer. I've got 2 of them live right now. $200 are on the table. If you think you got what it takes, head on over to OpenSea today.